What's up, everybody? It's the Roundtable Sports Podcast. Today, we're taking a look back at Joe Burrow and the top 50 plays he had for the Cincinnati Bengals in 2020. And I have to apologize. I don't number or put the plays in a certain order. I let them just go how they kind of happen throughout the season. And, it's not an exact science situation when you're making these videos, but the reason I make them this way is because I like you to see what made me fall in love with this guy in the first place. It's not always that way with the top 50 plays. With Joey B, it is absolutely the case. The guy is fluid. The guy is able to move around in the pocket and make improvisation, which is very important. And, all health pending, he's going to make moves like that. That's the Joey B dip and slide. He does that a lot where he pretends he's going to go right and then breaks out to the left. So box one, check that box. Joey B, able to move around in the pocket and avoid the rush. Certainly, he had to do that way too much this year, and my sincere hope is that the Cincinnati Bengals commit more resources to their offensive line. They've got Jonah Williams, but starting Bobby Hart on one side of your line is a recipe for disaster. Sorry to call you out, Bobby, but gross. We need a new starting right tackle for Joey B, and I'm demanding it. I'm demanding more line play from them. Not that they're going to listen, but I really need that to happen because, not protecting him and not putting weapons around him and not really investing in his future is a crime because he's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. Like I said, I instantly fell in love with this guy when he started putting his Ohio State film out there on the NFL. And it wasn't perfect by any means, but this isn't a perfect team either. He was way farther along and way ahead of schedule for what I thought he should have been able to accomplish with the line that it is. Now, let me say, I like T. Higgins. I like Tyler Boyd. I even like John Ross to a certain degree. And then A.J. Green. It's not the same A.J. Green, but he worked his possession role pretty well. So weapons, yes. Offensive line, no. I need a ton more protection. I need him to not have to be dip, ducking, and dodging away from so many guys. But you can see that it certainly didn't do anything to hurt his film when he's making plays like that with people in his face. So getting in and out of the pocket, moving around the pocket, clearly we've got that. He's also running for extra yards, when the yards are given to him in front of him, when the defense doesn't check him and allows him to run the ball up the middle. He's actually able to take advantage of that to a good degree, and I was really impressed with the speed. People that are his size typically don't move that well, and as you can see here, the guy can move around, and he has good moves that those quarterbacks that are able to, really navigate a pocket usually have. It also doesn't hurt to be able to quarterback sneak it appropriately. So, okay, yes, the mobility is there. The speed is there. Look at the arm strength to go on top of that. It's not a laser rocket arm. It's not coming out at 98 miles per hour or anything, but still, he has all the requisite arm strength you would need to make every throw on the board. I mean, look at the touch. Look at the movement on that ball right there. I love it. And it's not just deep throws either. He's got really good touch in the intermediate term as well, just like that. There are hundreds of little slant plays that I could have put on here of him just putting it on a guy, going up the middle, and allowing them to run with it. So, where does he not show an accuracy? Where is he not showing you something you can work with? It's none of those places. He's got all the different requisite boxes checked, and I'm excited to see his future. I'm hoping, like I said, that he gets protected, but it's also an injury thing. He's got to bounce back and still, maintain the burst that he's showing here to, continue on and be effective. And maybe he could get away with losing a little bit of his speed, but I'm hoping to see full strength, full bore Joey B just getting after it, making big plays, and threading the needle on a lot of this stuff. I mean, just look at these throws that he's making. I know it's the top 50 plays, but there was a ton of accuracy on the rest of the film as well. And, they relied on him a ton this year. I mean, basically, they didn't have much of a running game because of the line and the like. This is one of my favorite plays, by the way. And so there was a ton of short passes. That was kind of their running game, was, getting the ball out of Joe's hands really quickly and, getting it out to someone that could then run with the ball. And he just showed you another box that he checks. He throws guys open. He throws with anticipation. It's pretty much everything you need on this team. I'm excited to see his future. And the big thing for me is I hope that the ownership really backs him up and spends appropriately, on his future. It hasn't been the best run organization, in my opinion, up until this point. So I've got big concerns because, Justin Herbert on the Chargers and Joey B on the Bengals. I want my two boys that just broke into the league to have a shot at being great. And, you have to have a team around you to truly reach your pinnacle. And if the ownership doesn't pony up, I hope they lose him because, man, he has all the things that I want to see from a quarterback, and I want to see him succeed. So support Joey B. Support me by downloading the podcast. That'll take you there on any device.